Welcome to Controller's Risk Management Playbook, a panel discussion brought to you by the Controllers Council. My name is Neil Brown, Executive Director of the Controllers Council. Before I introduce our expert panelists and our partner sponsor, let me share some brief housekeeping items. First, we'll have Q&A at the end of the presentation, so please use your GoToWebinar control panel to ask our experts questions. Next, this webinar is CPE eligible with 4 polling questions, so please answer 3 of 4 polls for CPE or answer just to benchmark your peers. Please allow up to 1 week for CPE certificates, and please stay on the webcast a minimum of 50 minutes. Also regarding CPE, you'll receive a brief survey directly after the webcast today, so please complete. Finally, you'll receive a link to this webcast via email in the next 24 hours. With that, I'd like to say a word about our partner and sponsor, BILL. New York Stock Exchange, BILL, is a leading financial operations platform for small and mid-sized businesses. BILL automates the future of finance so that businesses can thrive. BILL's integrated platform helps businesses to more efficiently control payables, receivables, spend, and expense management. Hundreds of thousands of businesses rely on BILL's proprietary member network of millions to pay or get paid faster. Headquartered in San Jose, California, BILL is a trusted partner of leading U.S. financial institutions, accounting firms, and accounting software providers. For more information, visit bill.com. And with that, I'm very pleased to introduce our expert panelists. Christine Gu is SVP Finance and Chief Accounting Officer for San Francisco-based Clarify Health Solutions. She's an active CPA with more than 20 years of F&A experience. Prior roles included VP of Finance, Chief Accounting Officer, Corporate Controller, and a public accounting career at KPMG. Christine's experience includes both private and public, from startups to public ready, and managed multiple IPOs and SPACs. She earned a BA accounting from San Francisco State University. Christine was Controllers Council 2022 National Controller of the Year. Next, Eric Greene is Director of Accounting and Controller at Aptive Environmental with 2,000 plus employees. Eric is a CPA, a certified management accountant, certified internal auditor, and a certified fraud examiner. More acronyms: he's a PwC alum and the Utah Association of CPAs Board of Directors, and a member of AICPA. Eric earned 2 master's degrees in accounting and business administration from Westminster University, along with an undergrad degrees in F&A from University of Utah. Welcome, Christine and Eric.
Thank you.
Glad you could be here.
It's good to be with you.
You bet. Well, before we get started with our panel, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself and your current role? Christine, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you, Neil, for inviting me. It's my privilege to be part of the panel. So currently, as Neil mentioned, I'm working for Clarify Health Solutions, and I manage accounting finance department at the company.
Okay, Eric, how about yourself?
Yeah, it's nice to be with you today, Neil. Thank you so much, Christine. It's great to be a panelist with you as well. My name is Eric. I'm currently based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Been in accounting for almost 20 years now. It just feels like it just keeps blowing past me. I'm very passionate about doing things right and doing the right thing, and I also love the occasional Triscuit. So just a little bit about me.
Well, thank you for that. That's first time I heard Triscuit in a panel. So let's get to a first polling question, and don't worry, attendees, if we got 3 more, but let's go ahead and get started with the question. Managing financial risk is a key responsibility for me or my department. So select one of the following: easy multiple choice, Give you a few seconds to answer. And again, there'll be 3 more. So if you miss this one, there'll be others. Please use your GoToWebinar control panel to answer polls. Thanks. And this one was an easy enough question that almost everyone has voted. So I'm going to close that out. I'll just share the results quickly. 45% agree, 53% strongly disagree. So that's a 98%. Only 1% strongly disagree. So that's interesting. And yes, we're on video now, and we're getting to our first panelist question. Does your finance and accounting team have financial risk management responsibilities? And if so, do you have dedicated risk management roles? Eric, do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So our team does have finance and accounting, both shared from the FP&A side and the accounting side. I'm on the controllership side. We have to manage financial risk every single day. There's not a day that you're not looking at things from a risk perspective and trying to understand what risks are facing the company. I think as you grow in your business and you grow in your career, a lot of higher level roles and responsibilities across different silos of responsibility deal with risk. So we're not the only ones that deal with risk. You look at HR, you look at IT, you look at other kind of groups of responsibility, and every team has risks that they're facing. From our side, from an accounting and finance side, we have financial risk, which is to safeguard the assets of the business. We have risks to ensure that we're reporting financial information accurately and reliably. We have risks to be in compliance with tax and GAAP and all these other rules and regulations, depending on where you're at. There might be other regulations or industry that you're in. If you're in banking or other industries, you might find that you have other regulations you have to meet that are financially based regulations. And so there are a lot of risks that we have to face, and there's a lot to juggle. And there is a lot of help that can come that way. Now, I just wanted to share real quick, as a private company, do we have dedicated risk management roles? I'd say no. We don't have anyone that's got like a risk next to their name, like a risk officer or risk analyst. I have found working at public companies that sometimes increases, or depending on the industry that you're in, that you do find that there are people on your team that their role and responsibility is to manage risk. There may be people on your team that are managing risk every single day, and you may not know what that risk is specifically, but there are little things happening on each person's team that help you manage risk, such as technical accounting. They're managing compliance risk. They're documenting memos. They're putting together conclusions on technical matters. You have your AP team. They're managing risk for vendor fraud. They're managing risk to ensure that things are paid in the right way and coded correctly. Your AR team is managing risk. It could be credit risk, depending on customers who are paying or not paying. So I think there's a lot of different ways that risk flows through, and I think it's a very high level responsibility for controllers and aspiring leaders to realize that if you're a good risk manager, you're also a good leader.
Well spoken. Christine, how about yourself?
Yeah, fairly similarly, in our organization, risk management is a shared responsibility. It's not like a single department, role. Everybody takes their share of risk management. So while we do not have a dedicated management staff team per se, or whoever has the risk management title specifically, in our finance and accounting department, definitely the element of financial risk is the center of our overall responsibilities. Mainly, we collaborate very closely with corporate management team to ensure all the financial risks that Eric mentioned are identified and properly assessed and then appropriately mitigate. So we do have kind of like an annual review or quarterly review and make sure that those are properly addressed. So that's kind of what we do at the start.